I'd like to join your posse, boys, but first I'm going to sing a little song. There's a snake in my boot. This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
What up, Roundup Gang? Today I wanted to do a little comparison on the various Medicom Woodys. We got some that are stock, we got some that are custom. Wanted to take a brief look at the differences. Now, before we do, I want to take a moment to have a huge shout out and thank you to the Galactic_Geek. My friend, thank you for the shout out that you gave me, so I figured I'd return the favor. Although based on my small audience, I'm sure everyone who subscribed to me is already subscribed to you. So again, thank you so much, my man. Now, if you've been around the channel for a long time, you know that I have described quite a bit the differences of these Woodies, but some who are new may not really know there is much of a difference. And I'll say this, for most people, the differences will not matter. It's really for those with the keen eye for detail that it's really going to make, I would say it might make or break the perfect Woody doll or Woody custom. So let's take a closer look at those differences. Taking a closer look at some differences here, you'll notice the torso happens to be the biggest difference with these two Woodies. Sure, we get his arm down. So you'll notice here we have 8 buttons versus 9. And it's not so much the length, it's more so the shape. You can see this is much better put together, not so much over here. Now don't get me wrong, they're both great. The vest is either a lot bigger or just fits better. I don't know what it is. But I will say for my custom Gen 2 over there, it was much more of a pain to get that vest to sit accurate than it was for this, which is a Gen 1. So here are the differences. Another big difference is going to be here in the lower area. Now, this is curved amazingly. Look at that. It's exactly as Woody is in the movie. Over here, just a little bit frumpier. It kind of like, there's like a little dip here, and it kind of dips in the middle, up in the middle. This is just one clean line. You'll notice that the belt loops are sewed on slightly different. Not that that's a big deal. It just, you can tell that. Now, something you cannot tell, at least from the outside very much, you'll notice his arm is flatter than his arm. And that is because Gen 2 actually uses a black sleeve and does not use actual stuffed cotton. This is actual stuffed cotton. You can see it's nice and chunky, full of life. This, a little bit lifeless. You just kind of can tell what's going on there. And I've kind of let them pose out, laid out here. And again, it's mainly the length here, the mid section, the build quality. We're going to take a closer look at that. And you notice here, even though this is a Gen 2 Medicom Woody, I've actually been able to slim him down quite a bit and make him look a lot more like a Gen 1. This is a Gen 2. Perfectly put together torso. This is Gen 1 after all. The shape is absolutely immaculate, and the torso here is exactly as it is in the movie. You could have the most perfect Thinkway Cloud logo, and it's not going to look this perfect right here. Now, what I managed to do with my Gen 2 is I actually managed to squeeze him down and make him a little more narrow, because otherwise he'd look rather square like this. I did that by actually compressing the belt, so it kind of kept him in this more cylinder shape, kind of like Gen 1 over here. Also, I did curve the sides by a little sewing right there. You can see that. Helped keep the shape of the lower half better and less squared off. Overall, I think he looks fantastic. You tell me what looks better on Woody. This right here, soft and huggable, or the standard Medicom. I think the choice is pretty easy. Now, for me, when it comes to customizing the perfect Woody, I love to use Medicom Woody as the base. Hence the reason my favorite Woody customs are Medicom. Not that I haven't done my fair share of Thinkway. I think some Thinkway bodies are amazing. They're not all made equal because they are they're factory made. There can be a lot of slight differences in each one that is made, where some bodies look a lot better than others. Sometimes the legs are a little longer. Just small little differences when it comes to mass-produced items. What are you going to do? But as far as Medicom goes, for someone who is not perfected sewing Woody from the ground up, although I hope to change that one day, Medicom Woody serves as an amazing base to go ahead and customize from there. Moving on to the legs, again, more life in the legs because of the fact that they have real stuffing. Here it's going to look a little bit more flat because it is just some black sleeves. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Very short, but I just wanted to take a moment to duke it out, so to speak, and look at the different Woodies, Medicom Woodies, that I have versus Gen 1 versus Gen 2. Some of the outer differences. Didn't really get into too much detail of the internal differences because you're not really going to see that. Especially if you customize it, you can change however the internals work. It doesn't really matter at that point. So, next video series should be coming soon, just depending on how busy I am at work. We are going to customize this newly purchased Gen 1 Woody right here into the ultimate Medicom Custom. I will be putting Seed Toys head kit on there. So be on the lookout for that. Hopefully we'll have it done in the next 2 weeks. In the meantime, subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends, and remember, a collector never stops collecting. We'll see you on the next video.